Welcome to BackChat, powered by Hamme this in season 2024.
Yes. Powered by Hamme.
Look, if you missed last week,
Yep.
powered by Paywise, of course.
Obviously.
Hammer's now working there.
Yeah. If you want to novated yourself a lease, inquire at Paywise and mention BackChat, mention Hamme. I was just telling Scully off air, all the leads get sent into one guy or one sort of software.
The lead guy.
Yeah, the lead guy, Liam. And I'm pretty sure he's Frank's next door neighbour. Anyway, they all get sent into one place, and the leads get evenly distributed amongst the leasing consultants,
Yes.
of which I'm one of.
Oh, congrats.
And I think there's no rhyme or reason to the initial inquiries.
Be fair to say, also known as novated.
Yeah, novated yourself a lease. If you want a novated lease,
You're a leasing consultant, but you're also a novated consultant.
I'm also a novated consultant. But I believe there's no rhyme and or reason as to how they get allocated. However, Frank, I'm not sure if this is a real thing that can be done, but if anyone wants a novated lease and inquires and mentions BackChat or mentions Hamme, I'm going to do it for you.
Yeah, great.
Oh, the leads will come to me. Don't know how, Liam.
Sort it out, Liam.
Sort it out, but it'll come to me.
Well, I've got this here, right? Get more from your salary by paying less tax. Paywise can show you how. I was at the accountant earlier today, and this isn't meant to be a full paid read off the top, but you do work there.
I do work
and
there, yeah.
It is tax time.
Yeah.
I'm getting...
It's stupid.
Tax is the worst thing in the world.
Well, you're in a Tesla, so it's dumb how much tax you make. The government at the moment is being silly.
Yes.
Like, for anyone who is interested in getting a novated electric vehicle, it is dumb at the moment. The Australian government have closed their eyes and said, fucking have whatever you want.
Right.
The tax savings you get on a fucking Tesla is just dumb. Honestly, stupid. So please, it helps me out, helps you out. Everyone's awesome. Novated yourself a lease, Paywise.
Paywise.com.au. They will find all the stuff there. Look, there was just a game of footy on the King's birthday, Hamme. I don't know how much you saw. I watched
Not
most
his actual
of it.
birthday. Don't think it's his.
True fact?
I don't think it's Charles's
Can't
birthday
be.
today.
No, it wouldn't be. It wasn't the Queen's either, was it?
No, it wasn't.
What day is it? Like,
It's a great question. Not sure.
King's birthday clash. It was the big freeze M&D. Year 10. Just a quick shout out on the fact that we've still got Neil Danaher with us. So I think that is
unbelievable.
Incredible that he's still here, yes, but that he has been able to drive this M&D. Like, they showed a picture of the crowd, the MCG. There was 80,000 beanies.
All wearing blue.
And they cost money, and they go
$25 a pop.
straight to the charity.
Yeah. What they should do
That's
is...
amazing.
I'm not a monarchy guy.
No.
They should change it. It shouldn't be the King's birthday match. It should be the Neil Danaher match.
Absolutely,
or the big freeze
they
game.
should.
It should be like, why do we keep referring to it as the King's birthday or the Queen's birthday?
I'm pretty sure the Order of Australia's are just going out around, it could be today. How does Neil Danaher not have one?
It's a great question.
Can we get him a knighting? Like
a knighthood for
Yeah,
Sir
mate.
Neil. Anyway, it should be either the big freeze or it should be the Neil Danaher.
I was hoping to come in here. So Dan's not here, by the way. He's
No,
in Bali.
Dan's not here.
He's with Frank Agostino.
Is
I
he?
was getting photos of him and Frank. Did you know Frank was in Bali?
Frank.
Yeah.
Shit.
Frank from Paywise and Dan do Bali together.
Wow.
I believe half of
Novated tuk-tuk.
Dan's family's
do that?
Dan's family's sick at the moment as well. So I think Dan's just gallivanting around Bali. Nicholas.
I actually just got an email from a random address from Seminyak with all these weird numbers and letters on it. So
Yes.
we've got a video we can watch.
We're being held to ransom.
I don't know what it is. Haven't seen it.
Oh, no,
Okay.
it's not a fucking gunpoint again. Go on, give it.
There's not many times in your life when you feel the need to flee the country,
He's in rash vest.
but when North Melbourne, the worst team in history, beats your team, it's reason not to show your face in Perth. I apologise for not being around for the podcast for 2 episodes now. Hopefully this message makes up for it while I sing Bing Tangs in Bali. I'm wearing a rashi, been going on water slides. There's kids everywhere. I'm sort of sick of it. Anyways, I will be back on Friday.
Make a wish, kid.
Hamme will. I'm sorry I haven't been around again. Hopefully the dust is settled with North Melbourne and West Coast by the time I get back.
Walking away on the sunny.
I saw 3 North Melbourne Guernseys yesterday on mopeds, like people flying around with them. That's where we're at. I'm just upset. I'll see you guys soon.
Fair, Dan.
Wow, that's incredible input into the podcast. He's missed 2 in a row.
Yeah,
and he's given us a
2 in a row.
minute.
He's give us that.
I would have liked a bit more fired up.
I
He
would have
sounds
loved to have-
defeated.
Yeah, he does sound defeated. Although you should be if you're a West Coast fan.
I'll come back.
I would have liked to have seen a live cross going down a slide. That would have been pretty.
So I thought he was wearing the rash vest for a joke, but
No,
he's genuinely
he's
in a rash
genuinely
vest.
serious. Yep.
I'll come back on the West Coast because I want to have a chat about that game. But Collingwood v Melbourne today, I was hoping for some big moments to discuss. And so a couple of big things that happened. Petrarca got injured. Looks like he broke his ribs. He got subbed out of the game. That's big. Melbourne shit, no good.
Yep, the worst. Yeah, they're fucking horrible.
They're completely
And
gone.
I tipped them for the grand final.
But the biggest, you did too.
Yeah,
the biggest,
stupid.
honestly, like the biggest thing in the game, because in the end it was a bit of a wipe over by
It was a boring
Collingwood.
game. It was a shit game.
There was a fair bit of booing.
Heaps of booing.
There was booing for both sides. So Stephen May and Braden Maynard were the two
Yep.
booees,
Yep.
right? So any time they got near the ball, both opposition fans are booing their heads off.
Yep.
Right? Stephen May for, I don't know, just talking shit at the best and fairest after he looked like he had about 15 shelters.
Yep.
And
Braden
Maynard
for
for
killing Angus.
yeah, correct. And shout out to Angus's helmet, which is still getting tapped. Did you know that?
Yeah, is
I
it
saw
really?
I saw the little dregs of it hanging over the.
Oh, fuck.
They
well,
need
they're
to
not-
wrap that up, I think.
Well, they need to fucking stop it because it's not doing anything.
What do you reckon about the booing? And then Collingwood fans started cheering every time Maynard got the ball. So it was just this comical thing of halfway through the third, Melbourne fans had given up.
Yeah, you'd
and
given
then
up.
Collingwood had gone to like a new level, and they're like cheering as if he'd kicked a goal every time he touched the ball.
Yeah.
It was stupid.
I tell you what else they started. They did the Kruger boo. They all went
What?
Kruger every time he got near the footy. That was pretty cool.
He was sizzling.
He was
Kruger.
very good.
He kicked 3.
Look, I'm all for the booing. Like I love the
Correct.
booing both ways. I love the fans getting involved. And at the end of the day, like they just yes, there's a bit of intent behind why they're booing, but it just makes the game, especially for a shit game. It's like the Mexican Wave.
Yes.
When the Mexican Wave comes around, it's because the fans are disinterested and they're bored. It's like when that sort of stuff goes on, it's like they just want to
The
have some
booing
fun.
is engaged
Yes.
fans.
The booing's engaged fans.
I don't think there's too many, again, it's the same with sledging on the field. I don't think there's too much you can't say, as long as it's not discriminating.
Discriminatory, yeah.
So the same with booing. If it's to do with race, you're not booing.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
But like Andrew
but-
Gaff will get booed every time he plays for
Yeah, correct, which is fine.
Maynard will get booed every time he plays,
Which is fine. And the
Melbourne.
May
It's like,
stuff is
yep.
fine.
Yep,
People,
I agree.
I just had a quick scroll of socials before we got on. People are legitimately losing their minds because it was over your brother stuff. Like, he's in his career and Collingwood's cheering him. What a disgraceful
Well,
sport.
they're not cheering
I know.
him for
They're
knocking Angus out.
Yeah.
They're cheering because the other team are booing.
Correct.
Anyway,
The other big stuff, yeah. So let's get into West Coast. West Coast, North Melbourne.
oh my God.
The funniest thing in the world happened, right? I called this game, right?
Yep.
As I've have done since I've basically been born, called it out, I saw it, right? And so the last 2 weeks I've had Melbourne and St Kilda. And Melbourne and St Kilda have said I've been biased to West Coast, right?
Yep.
Which is hilarious. And then this game, North dominated West Coast.
The whole day.
And I was very complimentary of the fact that they were dominating West Coast. Get on my socials afterwards. I've got West Coast fans coming at me,
You're
telling
biased.
me that I'm biased to North.
Yeah.
North Melbourne, the worst side in the
pretty hard to be
competition,
biased. to
just
North,
beat
yeah.
West Coast
Yep.
and
Yep.
smashed them.
Oh yeah, belted them.
People are whinging about the umpiring decisions. They were smashed pillar to post by North Melbourne. Did you see this one?
Yeah, I watched it. It was embarrassing. Like your midfield got obliterated in every sense of the word. Obliterated. And like
Clearances were 9-0,
Yep.
6-0 centre bounces, 9-0.
Jackson Archer, son of the great legend Glenn Archer, just ate Liam Ryan for breakfast,
Yes.
lunch and dinner all in one meal. Liam had to go inside, which he actually did pretty good.
He was good.
He made the spark. He was what turned the sort of game for him. But
Yes.
no, Luke Davies-Uniacke must have stunk because no one went anywhere fucking near him. He had 1 million touches and 1 million
So at the
clearances.
start of the game, it looked like they were tagging him. Dom Sheed was going to him, and then they dropped it very quickly because they were getting dominated at clearance. I don't think dropping the tag makes you go better at clearance,
No,
does it?
at what point do you think, maybe let's just lock on to pretty much everyone?
Yeah, correct.
Anyway, so they didn't do that and they got smashed around the ball. And then everyone's up in arms about one free kick. Like, fuck.
Let's talk about their free kicks and umpiring decisions this week, Hamme. There was a few of them that raised a few eyebrows. So that was one. Let's stay in this game. Late in the game, maybe up by a goal. Scores level.
Nah, West Coast were up by a couple of points.
Right, you're right.
Maybe 2 or 3 points.
You're right. And big scrimmage. Elliot Yeo presses, tackles George Wardlaw. Ball spills out. Elliot Yeo drags it. I don't know if I could say drags it in, but drags it.
I think
he picks the ball up.
I think he was trying to drag it into Wardlaw.
So he picked the ball up while he was on the ground. Can I say that? You got to be very careful here before I get shot down.
Yep.
Picked it up. As he's trying to get to his feet, gets tackled by Jai Simpkin holding the ball. Your thoughts?
I can see how the new interpretation would warrant that holding the ball.
You reckon it was new interpretation? I
Yes.
think that was just...
No, that's not holding the ball in
Right.
any real sense of the word, I think.
Okay.
I think it's only holding the ball in the sense of the new interpretation of the rules.
Right.
He's tackled him and he's like He's almost tackled him because he came the other way, tackled him from sort of right to left, came over the top of him with momentum, and the ball had got spilled out and picked it up as he was sort of exiting the tackle.
This is Yowie.
All in one motion. He's on his knees trying to get up, and gets tackled front on with half a millisecond to dispose of the footy.
That's not prior.
That's
not prior in reality.
No, it's not prior. In the rule book, in the new rule book, you're trying to stand up, so it's holding the ball.
Yes.
So it's like I can see how they've given the free kick, but I think watching that and being a fan of the game, you just can't look at that and say that is that's a warranted holding the ball decision.
Yeah.
I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's just. I don't think it's in the spirit of football for that to be holding the ball.
I was calling it I said.
You called it straight away. Yeah, that's fair enough.
Well,
not fair enough, but you said I could see how they called that holding the ball.
Yeah, you have to call it how you see it. You don't have time. You don't have time to have a conversation like this. It's see it, is it holding the ball or not? From where I was looking, Yowie tackled him, ball spilled out. He grabbed it and he dragged it in and he got tackled. And shit, that's harsh. But the umpire's right there. He's going to call it.
Yep.
Can't say, I wish it wasn't holding the ball. It was holding the ball. It was holding the ball to mine. I don't think there's that much to whinge about with this one, but certainly West Coast fans have done that. We will have Dean Margetts in the house a little later on. We'll see what he has to say about that decision, but certainly Elliot Yeo was disappointed with that. His last quarter, gives some positive. That's about as good as you can play a quarter of football.
Yeah, he was exceptional.
5 clearances, 4 tackles, 9 touches, a goal.
Yeah, he did everything physically possible to will himself.
He went Super Saiyan, new body type areas.
Yeah, he was. But yeah, I mean, you speak about that free kick and you look at it, and I just think it technically by the letter of the new rule that's holding the ball, but he didn't there is no prior opportunity there. So
correct.
I don't think
in
reality it's not
with our eyes.
Yeah.
Nicholas.
YouTube interactions.
Okay.
Jason D. He asks, moving Ryan into the centre seemed to make a difference in the last quarter.
Yep.
Should Simo have made moves earlier? And given how shit the clearances were.
Yeah, I thought they were a little slow to react, but I think they probably felt like they didn't have too many, any levers to pull.
I don't think Liam going into the middle was to try and free up the to help out the midfield. I think it was to get him involved because he was getting his pants pulled down by Jackson Archer.
Yeah,
Jacko had killed him all day. He'd hardly touched the footy, so I don't think it was necessarily to impact the middle. I think it was to get him involved.
I keep forgetting you're a North Melbourne fan.
Love the Roos.
I thought Jermaine Jones back as well. I don't know why they're trying to persist playing him as a forward. He's a backman and he's a running back, so they need to keep doing that. A couple of umpiring decisions, Hamme. I'm not sure
the Yowie one wasn't the most controversial.
No, so
no stretch.
I'll go with Mac Andrews against St Kilda. So Gold Coast St Kilda, game on the line.
That's the worst free kick all year.
100 metres off the ball. 2 players, King and Mac Andrew, jostling for position. King throws Mac Andrew around. Mac Andrew throws him back around. Umpire calls it holding, arms around, backman. Done.
That's the worst free kick that has been given all year.
It was bad.
The single worst. And I mean, I feel like it's happened this year more than any, but there's been controversial free kicks in the last 2 minutes of very close games.
Yeah.
If there was a controversial free kick in the Melbourne Collingwood game today with 2 minutes to go, who cares? Because it's game over.
Or if that free kick with Mac Andrew and Max King is played in the first 7 minutes of the game,
who cares?
We're not even talking about.
But it's they've all been close and they've all impacted games. Fremantle have been cost 2 games by decisions.
Yes.
This year.
Yes.
There's West Coast.
Adelaide Collingwood one with
Collingwood one.
Not that decided it, but a late call. We've had effectively 3 this week.
It's just fucking baffling.
So what are umpires meant to do? Are they meant to make different decisions in terms of where the game is at? Because I'll start and say I think they should. If umpires called every call by the letter of the rule book and they had their law book sitting with them as they ran around, there would be 500 free kicks a game. They interpret the laws of the game, and I think good umpires in big moments will pay less free kicks than they pay free kicks. So the argument will come back to me, well, you can't expect umpires to put the whistle away. I think they do. I think good umpires do.
Yeah, I think I agree. I think good umpires do put the whistle away. I think there does need to be a certain level of understanding and interpretation difference from the umpire given the situation of the game. Situational awareness, I think, is from a player's point of view, you have to have. And I think from an umpire's point of view, I think you have to have it as well. But They're just, there needs to be these wishy-washy free kicks that get paid with minutes to go with the game on the line.
So the Tom Green one, James Sicily one's interesting because I think that's, of the three, the biggest free kick of the lot. I think that's there.
Do you?
I think... okay. I've got a context. I think it's there. I think it's the most, by the rule book, like that's the most obvious free kick. None of them should, by the eye, should be paid. But if you had to compare the three, I think like if you're doing things against the rules, that was the one that I'm like, mate, you know you can't do that, and you know they're being strict on that.
Yeah. Yep.
And I'm a GWS man.
You
I'm a
are.
Hawthorn man too.
Yeah.
I've been telling you the Hawks are good.
Yeah, the Hawks are good. The second best team in the comp.
So he kicks it downfield. Tom Green, we love Tom Green, takes him down, goes out in the full. So that bump changed his kick. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Right? So Sicily's hasn't kicked a goal. He's kicked it on the full because he's getting pressure.
Yeah.
Luke Bruce comes scrambling over, rips it out of Big Mummy or Chol's hands.
Big left footer.
And snaps the goal and wins the game.
Yeah. Look, they're just so you don't have to pay it.
Mm.
You don't need to insert yourself in that sort of game.
Yes.
I don't think.
Yeah, correct.
It just is frustrating.
I know. You had a loss on the weekend, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. We lost to Claremont. We were shit.
That was yesterday.
Yesterday. We kicked 14 points for the day, so very difficult. They were good. Like,
yes.
Claremont have bounced back. They had a horrible start of the year, but have just beaten Peel and us, and like they're coming. They've got some good players. They're playing good footy.
Yes.
But yeah, we just kicked ourselves out of it, and it was one. And now we got to buy. So
great.
Lick your wounds for 10 days or 12 days and get back in it.
Very good. Hey, I'm going to go quickly to our good friends at TABtouch, if that works for everybody, ladies and gentlemen, because I think it's time to tell everybody that we've got the bloody touch.
You've got the touch.
You got the power.
All right, I want to quickly swing past our bet because this is the fourth time in a row that it hasn't won, right? and I know
that's punting, ladies and gentlemen.
I know that there's a nice Twitter handle that follows the bets of someone else that's in the public eye, and it doesn't win very often either.
Yep.
But that particular account and that particular bettor changes their bets every week. I am still of the opinion that this is a good bet. No ex-player, so pick a team to kick 3 or more goals on a day. If you look back across games, it happens more often than not that no one kicks 3.
Yeah. Kicking 3 is tough.
But we have, for whatever reason, over 4 games, picked a game where someone lights it up. So Nick Larkey this time kicks his 5. Well done, Nick Larkey.
Good on you, Nick.
It's got to be on the back line of West Coast, though. Okay.
It's on the midfield of West Coast. It's
yeah,
on the back line of
we
West
put on the
Coast.
best. We put on the midfield of.
It's definitely on the midfield of West Coast. How can you defend that when they're walking straight out the front door, clearances for days?
Yes.
How do you defend it?
Yes,
Nick Larkey played well. To be fair,
correct. Larkey could have kicked 20.
Should have.
So 5's probably unders, isn't it?
5's unders. We should get that paid out. Let's talk to the guys at TABtouch.
I think. Look, I personally would like to hold the course on this because I feel like this is when you're putting chips on black, and you're not winning, and then you change to red, and then you get 50 blacks in a row.
I watched a guy one day at the casino bet on black 17 times in a row, and it was red 17 times on the trot. Like there's no conditional.
That's not going to be us.
It doesn't go and go and go.
That's not going to be us.
That's not us. Though. What
That's a bad example of what I'm talking
Terrible idea. A horrible example. Actually, no. The example is that 17 red starts right now. We're going to win 17 weeks in a row. That's us.
We're on red.
We're on red now.
All right, very good.
Terrible example.
You win some, you lose more. Remember, Hammer, for free confidential support. Call 1-800-858-858 or visit gamblinghelponline.org.au. And sticking with our friends from TABtouch, we're going to go to the BackChat Backman of the Year. Had to get through the game just gone, didn't we?
Yep, we did.
Carlton and Melbourne. Adam Papali'i was over at the Shelter Footy Cast with me this morning. Mark Redding's on holidays as well.
Skeet.
Anyone
Okay,
here?
Skeet.
Is anyone not here? Skeet has gone. Adam Papali'i, and he is called for an Order of Australia to me, but I think he means BackChat for the services to backmen.
Of course.
Right.
Fair enough, perhaps.
I think it's fair enough.
I agree.
Right. So apparently, I didn't know this. The Order of Australia, like you just get it for anything. Like Hamish Blake's getting one, just for services to the arts, just for Ben Funny.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I know. Correct. So I
We've
think
done lots for the country.
Well, we've done lots for Backman.
We have done heaps for Backman.
And we continue to do that here. BackChat Backman of the Year. Playing for the Jack Buckley medal, of course.
Yep.
Had to get through the game, but you've put the algorithm...
I put the algorithm to work, and the game today was irrelevant.
Okay,
No one featured. No one got near it. It was a bit of a
Would you like to
nothing.
give us a bit of the results, mate? Because I'd like to hear them. I haven't seen who's got them.
I would. I've had to tweak the algorithm again.
It's been
A
tweaked.
slight tweak. A very slight tweak.
It's been tweaked.
Just a tiny minor tweak. I felt like after reviewing the previous change, there was a bit too much weight given to one thing that I'm not going to say. That doesn't necessarily... It's not the necessary result of Dower defending.
Yes.
This potentially might be seen as flashy defending or attacking defending, so I scrapped it because we're Dower defending.
Yes, we are.
That's what the Jack Buckley medal is all about, Dower defence.
Yes.
That having been said, the votes this week,
Okay.
with one vote in the Jack Buckley medal for the week, our man Sam Collins.
Wow, very good.
He was
Very
really good, Sammy Collins.
I mean, if a backman didn't get a vote in that game,
that's Dower. That game has Dower written all
it was
over it.
48 to 51 St Kilda Gold Coast.
Yeah, I believe he played on Tim Memory for the day, who had touched the ball 3 times, and
Not a good day for Tim.
not a great day. Not a great day for Tim, but
a good
great
day for
Sam. So Collins gets the 1 vote. 2 votes. Mark Keane.
Mark Keane, Adelaide Crows.
Adelaide Crows.
The Irishman.
Yeah, the Irishman.
Did you see his little solo he did?
Yep.
He handballed it over the
handballed
bloke's
it
head.
over the bloke's head. He, I believe, I mean, I could be standing corrected. I think he had the job on Kajitsky for the day, who touched the ball again 3 or 4 times, kicked the goal, but I thought Keaney was all over him all day.
Sometimes you can't control the result of the game.
Yep,
right?
correct.
So Richmond beat Adelaide.
9
Actually,
points.
one of the worst Adelaide losses that we've seen this year.
Yep.
You can only do your role as a backman.
Exactly. No Keaney, they lose by 30.
Correct.
So Keaney's
Goals.
Keaney's done a very, very good job there.
I
so he
like
gets the
it.
2 votes.
Look, he's new on the leaderboard. I like
He is
that.
new on the leaderboard.
2 votes. Well
This
done, big
man's
fella.
not new on the leaderboard.
Oh, no.
This man is and has been one of...
You can't have given it to GWS players.
No, I haven't. This man's one of the great defenders in the modern era and is, at this stage, running away with it.
Really?
Yep. 3 votes.
Our man.
Our man, Harris Andrews.
Captain of the Brisbane
Captain
Lions.
of the Brisbane Lions, and your current leader by some margin in the Jack Buckley 2024 medal, Harris Andrews, another 3 votes.
I'd be happy to say that Brisbane are all the way back. And not because of the way they played on the weekend.
Because of Harris.
Because of Harris Andrews.
They are back.
Fucking
and
leading
he
the BackChat
is
back of the year.
flying.
Right,
He's
so
going to be
Harris
hard to catch from
He's
here.
spoiling, he's intercepting. Actually, I watched this game. I'm just remembering. He was
He
amazing.
was fucking amazing.
He would have had like 10 intercept marks.
Yeah, he was incredible. He just didn't lose one-on-ones. He was everywhere.
It was a big win for them.
It was a massive win for them. They needed it. And yeah, what's he up now? I think he's out by...
So 14 votes. First place, Harris Andrews. Second place, another captain. I mean, it's just unsurprising how this works. You captain your side.
The algorithm's done well.
Right, Alex Pearce in second place on 9 votes, equal with Sam Collins now.
So Sam Collins and Alex Pearce are 5 off the pace.
That's right. Yeah, that's a big margin to make up in the back end 10 rounds. Tom Barris on 8 votes.
Yep. He was close, TB. TB was close.
Jacob Wiedering on 5 votes. Buckley on 4 votes.
Okay, so the boys need to get going.
Would you like me channeling my Gil McLaughlin there?
Yeah,
or-
it did.
Jack Buckley, 4 votes.
votes.
I was having a look at the ladder before we move on.
Yep.
We're just speaking about Brisbane being back in business. They are in 13th on the ladder.
They're not back.
Hawthorn at 12th. Yes,
Hawthorn
they
are-
are.
yeah.
Nick and I were debating this while we were watching the footy. And I want to put this to you, right? Nicholas, you're involved in this chat, weren't
Yeah.
you? So we think that 3 teams that are currently in the 8 will not play finals. Melbourne being not one of those is that they're not in the 8.
They're out the 8.
Oh, they are.
But they're
they
not
are,
playing
yeah.
finals either,
They're-
so
they're
don't worry
shit.
about that.
They're shit.
Geelong will not play finals.
Nope, they look putrid.
Essendon was the other one.
Essendon will not play
Controversial.
finals.
Wow.
And Gold Coast was in the 8 before Collingwood
Yep.
moved in there.
Okay, I don't think
So-
Gold Coast will because
So
they can't run away
Gold
from
Coast will not play finals.
Essendon's a big goal.
Essendon will
I
not
don't
play
think they're very
finals.
good. I
Yeah.
agree.
They're
Right.
a game and a half outside, like inside the 8 now.
I tend to
so-
agree with you that they're not that good.
Yeah.
So they're a game and a half outside of 10th place right now, Essendon. So I don't think they are that good. Their percentage is poor. That means 3 needs to come in, Hammer. We have Brisbane moving in, we have Hawthorn moving in, and we have...
It was Collingwood. So basically, Collingwood swapped with Gold Coast.
Great.
I
Collingwood
think,
and Gold
yeah.
Coast. And
I
Collingwood
think,
play finals. Yeah, Collingwood play finals.
Absolutely.
Collingwood could finish...
That'll be third.
Yeah, I think Hawthorn are the next best team besides Sydney. Sydney are miles ahead. I think Hawthorn are better than anyone else.
Brisbane on the weekend looked very good. and Collingwood are very good considering they have no players. So I think Collingwood are the second best side in the comp, followed by Hawthorn, and then Carlton fourth, top four. You like that?
I think Hawthorn are better than Carlton.
It's a little bit different how the ladder looks.
Yep. Anyway,
so that is our Jack Buckley medal leaderboard. Harris Andrews, Alex Pearce, Sam Collins. Thank you very much. Let's go and hear from our friends at Paywise, or AKA Hammer's Workplace. Yep. And we are joined just after the break by Dean Margetts.
Hi, I'm Will, and I'm a backman.
Hi, I'm Gov, and I'm a Paywise ambassador.
And you're a backman.
And a Paywise ambassador. And a lot of people are always asking me what a novated lease is about.
What exactly do you tell them about, mate? Spoiling, winning premierships, all Australians, mate. It's all you're good for. You're a backman.
Yeah, and more. Scully, you're a big dog in the media now. Arguably the biggest in Australia, if you ask yourself. I've spoken to a lot of Paywise customers, and I'm a man of the people.
Is that right, man of the people? What do you speak to the customers about? Your All-Australian jackets you won while I was playing on your man in the back line?
I wouldn't even know where my All-Australian jackets are, actually. But I do know the best way to get a new car is through Paywise novated leasing.
Is that right?
Guaranteed.
Tell you what, champion, you sound like you know a lot about novated leases. Tell me all about it.
Well, novated leases allow you to pay for your car using pre-tax income. So you pay much less tax and save heaps of money.
Save heaps of money. Now, it's all starting to make sense why Moneybags McGovern wants to get involved.
No, I'm serious. It does not matter how much money you make. Novated leases from Paywise allow you to make one payment each payday. And that covers your vehicle finance, insurance, registration, fuel, servicing and tyres.
You right there, mate? You better tell Maddie then, because she runs all your bank accounts, doesn't she?
Yes, she does, and as you know, Skelly, happy wife, happy life. We made it. There's a calculator on the Paywise website that shows you what the costs are based on the type of car, your salary, how much you drive. Check it out and find out how much you'll save with Paywise.
Does the calculator calculate how much of your contract you're going to have to give to Harley to keep in the club next year?
No, it depends how his back holds up, because I've been carrying you for the last 10 years.
Okay, righto. Well, we're backmen. We love Paywise. If you want to find out more, contact Paywise today about novated leasing. Any danger of you actually letting your lines, big fella?
I am a backman, not a lineman, a backman.
We know.
Yeah, I know. We all know.
There we go, our good friends at Paywise.
Novated yourself, Ellis.
Powering the podcast this year. And we are very happy to have former AFL umpire Dean Margetts join us in studio. Dino, welcome.
Welcome back. It's great to be here.
Just going to move that mic a little bit closer, but that's good.
No,
Yeah,
better?
great, perfect.
Now, this is the couch to be on. Forget all the other shows on TV. This is the couch you want to be on, and now I'm on it. I'm bloody happy to be here.
Now the cherry rops go down from
That's
the other
good.
weeks.
They're still going down.
All right.
I just noticed there wasn't a box on the table tonight, so I'm not sure what's
Well,
happened.
you just said you not got through them. Once you through,
Yeah.
don't worry, it's
But I can
never-ending
see
supply.
a BackChat shirt that I need to be part of the family. So I've got my hat.
Yep,
Next
got your hat
time
and
I'll
you
be
need a
in
shirt. Yep,
with the
fair
film.
enough.
Done. Nick will sort you out maybe when we leave,
Good on
or
you,
Jules
Nick. You
can
got
as
my
well.
back.
What have you brought in with you today, Dino? Because we've had a bit of a chat about, there's 3 big umpiring decisions this week that everyone's talking about. But you just told me off air that you don't think the Elliot Yeo one in particular was amongst the 10 worst decisions made on the day.
Well, I reckon for that to be the whole back page of the West Australians from when I wake up.
I wouldn't judge too much on what's on the back page.
I'm just
of the
saying,
paper.
I'm just making a point. When I wake up with my cornflakes, I'm reading this decision, which is actually the right decision, can I say? Now, can I show Exhibit A?
Laws of Australian football.
Now,
Camera down here.
there we go.
2024.
Right
When was
there.
this recently updated?
2024.
Yeah, okay.
I've got a premiership player to my left.
Was it up? Hang on, was it updated 2 weeks ago when they changed the
Well, it
interpretation?
hasn't been updated. It's the tweak has happened.
Okay.
I've got a premiership player to my far left.
Yes.
I've got a Sandover medalist and a current contemporary to my closest left.
Counterplayer.
And I can ask you guys, how many times have you read this book?
0 times.
0 times.
Now, that's staggering, isn't it? That's your workplace policy and procedures document. And I can tell you there's $1 million players in the AFL who wouldn't have even opened that book. Should they?
But Dino, if I asked old mate down at the accounting firm, right, and they gave him the binder full of rules and regulations at his office, I don't reckon he's read that either.
I reckon he's got it close by, though.
Yeah.
There wouldn't be one in Hamish's kid bag.
We did used to get one.
I know you did. I used
Did
to
you
come down
give
and
it to us?
and it ended up in the middle. I guess my point is,
I used to be like,
a
get
lot of
fucking Dino out of here.
people have views and thoughts on decisions, but they really don't know the rationale, the fundamentals that sit behind the decisions.
How many pages in that?
I don't know, but I've just opened up to the holding the ball page.
Go to
Wow.
page 52, 18 point
I'm there.
Hamish,
I'm there.
And you'll go to the dive-on, drag-in decision.
Okay,
Can you
so-
read it out for us, please, Hamish?
I can. 18.6 holding the ball. Where am I?
Let's read that one out.
18.6.5. Free kicks holding the ball, diving on top of the football. A field umpire shall award a free kick against a player who dives on top of or drags the football underneath their body and fails to immediately knock clear or correctly dispose of the football when legally tackled. Hold the ball.
Now, Will, based on that, would you think the Elliot free kick is warranted?
Well, I called this, Dean, with Fox Footy, and I immediately said that's holding the ball.
Correct.
Not many people agree with me, but
Yeah.
could I say that that's not necessarily the argument or conversation that's happening? Because we've just had one before you got here, Dino, about the rules of the game.
Yep.
So as an umpire, you're not carrying that around
No, you're
as
not.
you're running around. And if you paid every free kick that sits in that book, 500, there'd be 500. Your whistle
Correct.
wouldn't come out of your mouth.
Don't argue that one bit. I totally agree with you.
So even though by the letter of the law that was a free kick, there are free kicks that are letter of the law free kicks that aren't paid. So should that have been paid or not? Because there's more in it than whether it was in the law book or not.
Correct. There's actually an AFL handbook which we need to actually interpret that, because that's not a sexy read by any stretch. I mean, after 2 pages, Holmes will be going crikey.
Yeah.
And that's a hard read. So we're talking about at the AFL level, it's hard to read. What would a young junior umpire be having to read with that? So it's a difficult document to be part of.
I think this one, 18.6.1.
You just had a browse.
Now, the first rule of the
You
holding
had
the
a
ball,
browse.
the spirit and intention. I think this one needs to, I think it needs to be coming back to a bit more of overriding this. The player who has possession of the football will be provided an opportunity to dispose of the football before being rewarded an opponent for a legal tackle. And I just think the diving on top of the free kick, or in some instances like the Yowie one, the picking up of the ball after an immediate tackle, I think there needs to be a bit more of a lenience or some sort of consideration to the spirit of the game for a prior opportunity. Like that, if the Sam Draper one where he reached out, grabbed it and dragged it in, that's prior, and that's holding the ball. But I don't think, even though he's dragged it in, or technically he's dragged it in, I don't think he has had prior opportunity, and I don't think that constitutes prior opportunity.
What I will say there is the Eagles have just hit the front. There's 2 minutes 20 on the clock. What's Adam Simpson coaching Yo? We want stoppage. We want slow ball. That rule's designed. We want you to post the ball out. We want it in motion. No coach wants that when you just hit the front by 2 points. We know that, and that's why that rule's introduced. And when you know that, you can't argue with that decision being paid. That's what the AFL want. They want speed on the ball. They want ball movement. 666 stand. They want it to be going, and hence the dive-on rule, which was brought in probably 6-7 years ago, is for that reason.
So what about those free kicks that, and you speak about this a bit, we've had you on here quite a bit, and I've heard you speak about it before as well, where there is feel from the umpire. Like if the umpire feels, well, he didn't really have prior, he wasn't really trying to drag it in, he was trying to get to his feet. I mean, how do you do that? Like I feel like the best umpires do that.
Yep. But that one there, though, if Yo actually dives on it and gets to his feet, it's still holding the ball. So that's not an out because you stand up. And now you would know that even as a media commentator. So I'd love to be sometimes sitting next to you in the box and just explain the rationale as to why. Now that you've said that, that's the reason why. But as I've always said, sometimes the best decisions we pay are the ones we don't pay, the ones we just manage. Now, I'll go back to that Hawthorn Giants game. There's 3 free kicks leading up to that after disposal, which, in my view, were clear errors. Ginnivan goes looking for a high tackle, gets one. Guy gets whacked across the chest, throws his hair back, high tackle, and there's a hole in the ball before that. Yep. But we don't remember, though. If you only remember the one that has the impact. Luke Bruce, should he have taken the kick? Was he the closest with the ball crossed the line?
That happens all the time.
But
that and smart forwards.
I know, but I'm saying as an umpire, that attention to detail can have impact on games. We've got a sneaky forward who gets his 10-metre protected arc to come out and snap. That's a left foot kicker down there. That probably misses, and game's a result. The McAndrew and the King one, that decision, which is as poor as it was, that ultimately has an impact on that game. And we've seen that probably most this year, where I've seen decisions which have had significant impact on game's outcome. And that's not what the umpiring group would like, I don't think.
I don't think the umpiring group would like that. I don't think the playing group would like that. But I think the AFL fucking love it.
What? Love what?
Love the whole inconsistency of the umpiring calls. I think they love and they thrive on the fact that players don't really know what's going on. The umpires have got to change every week because they fucking love the controversy. Like the amount of people talking about all this stuff. I think the AFL love it, and that's the whole reason.
Look at this.
Exactly.
Well, I know a bloke who can write letters to the AFL.
Exactly.
So, I mean, this could be the next one, couldn't it?
They're not doing it on purpose, but I think they just secretly sit back and fucking count their dollars and think, how good's this?
Yeah, a weekly open letter from Hamish.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the McAndrew one is close to my heart because I was a scragging defender. I mean, the AFL has come out and said that that's the wrong decision, and I think everyone can see that's sort of the wrong decision. How would I don't even know who. How would the umpire feel? AFL's come out and said that's the wrong decision. That has impacted the game. Like, how would the umpire feel?
He would know an hour after the match. He would know blowing it. We look at the replay going, oh, gee, you know. When you blow the free kick, you have a gut feel of what it feels like. And he would have known an hour after that wasn't the right free kick.
It'd be like missing a goal as a player.
No different. Yeah. And I like the fact the AFL come out, diffuse it, take the heat out of it and say, we got it wrong, because you go, okay, well, let's have admitted it. And you know what? It dies off pretty quickly. It's when we don't come out and say that, we're talking about it on Wednesday and Thursday and we lose traction of the following week because of a decision. So I like the fact that they've done that. We should give them a tick for that.
You still fucking lost the game, though. It cost them a game.
Hamme made the point before, Dino, that it feels like this year there's been more decisions like at the end of games and close games that have... Is that true, do you think? I know
I've noticed it. I've been in the system for a long time, and I feel like this year, whether it's the Darcy one, whether it's the Draper one, whether it's the McLean in the Dogs game, there just seems to be big moments in matches where it has, and it's not probably what we want, but that's the nature of the game. The game's as scrutinised as ever been ever right now.
Did you, when you were umpiring, Dino, and I mean, I'm not sure if you're allowed to say it, did you not put the whistle away, but did you umpire the last 2 minutes of a game in a tight, close game differently than you would the first 5 minutes of each quarter?
You'd like to think not. I think the two biggest words, which begin with C, and it's not the C that I got called for 20 years. We'll park that. I do an exercise with umpires where mention all the C words that are good in umpiring: commitment, conditioning, consistency, communication. But the two major ones: composure.
Yep.
And courage.
Yep.
It takes courage to pay that decision that Jeff Dalglish paid against Yo. It takes, you've got to have some stone to do it. But you know what? The game demands an umpire to pay the free kick, irrespective of time on clock or score on the scoreboard. That's what we're going to pay. Warranted free kicks, major and obvious. The ones where in the back row, that's a free kick. The other ones we want paid. 50-50, no way. But major, obvious, you got to still pay a free kick, 100%.
But I think
courage and composure.
Yeah, I think the courage and composure is good, and those big free kicks in big moments are good. But I think that what I've seen this year is those 50-50 ones have been paid a bit more in those dying stages than I've seen before.
I think that's a fair call.
I know as a player, especially in a close game, you can feel that yourself change in the last couple of minutes. And I feel like at the moment, I'd love to know that umpires are saying the same thing. Like, I'm umpiring this last 5 minutes a bit differently because it's tight, and let the players decide the outcome, unless it's an obvious.
It's never discussed. Hey guys, we're going to tweak it back for the next 5. You just umpire. Sort of, it just happens,
So it feels like a little bit of umpires edition of BackChat, but I like it. So if we can lean into it, Dino, you've never seen this before, mate, but we're going to have you a part of one of the great segments.
Oh, I love this. I love a good segment. I've got a good idea for next year too. I'm going to float it with you after this.
You may actually be able to slip it in as number 6 on this instalment of Hamme Ranks.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And now on the BackChat podcast, Hamme Ranks.
That's right. Dino doesn't have any headphones on, so he doesn't know what is going on.
We just played a little sting.
But we had the Hamme Ranks sting. So this is a big part of the show now. Hamish gets to work, gets his open letter going on.
Get to cook up a little bit, Dino. And this is on the great that you're here because we can obviously debate. And this is all hypothetical and probably won't happen. But if I could bring in /change rules in the AFL, this would be my top 5 that I would do.
Oh, this is awesome. I
right
love this.
So,
do I give it a ticker across? Will, is that what I'm...
Well,
you can
do whatever you like.
We can do whatever we want. So I understand that the AFL want free-flowing game. I understand what they want. But as a player and a purist of the game that I love, these are what I would change.
So these are Hammer's
in
top 5 rule
rules.
changes.
Rule changes. Yep. This is what I would change, and this is what I would do.
Got the rule book. You should just scribble it about.
Number 5.
It suits you, Hamer, too, the book.
Number 5. Rucks can do whatever they want besides getting each other high in a contest. I think there should be no free kicks in a ruck. You're the biggest bloke out there. You're the biggest, stupidest idiot on the ground. You should be able to wrestle, throw each other, holding, blocking space, do anything you want other than rip a bloke's head off.
Right.
I think that's just...
Tripping.
Take it back to just you're the biggest idiot on your team versus the other biggest idiot on the team. Fucking smash into each other.
Do you know how that
hard
work?
to argue. I mean, it's hard for umpires. All we ever hear is both holding, play on. So
that's a good umpire's voice, actually.
Exactly.
It's interesting. You have to actually put a voice on for it, though.
Unless it's a blatant, like I'm getting you in a headlock.
See that.
Just play on.
We have a rule that has a metre separation.
Why?
Then they go and hook up straight away. So
just let them start together.
Yeah, I'm with you, Hamish.
It's like old-fashioned ruck craft. Like I'm Nick Nat Nui. I'm 400 kilos bigger than the next bloke. So I'm standing there and
So we're talking wipe the 1 metre rule.
Yep.
Bring
the third man back in if you want.
Wipe the
Who
naming
cares?
of the ruckman. Wipe the centre square circle. So get the old Damien Monk curve off the back of the square.
That won't be happening though, but I hear where you're going. Now, can I just say third man up's there for a reason. Now, the reason third man is up is so if Will and Hamish are the rucks, you know who you're competing against. If I come third man up and knee in the back of the head, you're not expecting that contact. That's why that was brought in. Kurt Tipper got knocked out by a third man up, and the rule was
Yeah,
changed.
but in a marking contest, you don't
I
know
know,
either, don't
I'm
you?
just
But I
saying,
also
I'm
think,
just saying.
but think
It's a set play.
But
I used to go third man up all the time
if
too.
my
I
man,
know.
if I'm Max Gawn and I know that the opposition's coming third man up, I also know that I've got a spare bloke on the ground. So if I can still somehow win the ball, his third man up's irrelevant. Anyway, that was my number 5.
Number 5,
Let the
thank
rucks
you.
do whatever they
merit,
fucking
has
want.
merit.
Number 4. This is controversial coming off where we're at. Get rid of the diving on the ball, holding the ball rule. You still need prior opportunity to get rid of it. Getting the ground ball first shouldn't count as prior opportunity. Players look scared at the moment to pick the ball up because of this rule's interpretation.
Right. So
I think
this
if
is
you if you drag the ball in or dive on the football but have prior opportunity, like if your sole intent is I'm grabbing it and I'm not trying to get it out, and then you get tackled, holding the ball. But if you get Elliot Yeo one where you have it instantaneously get tackled at the same time, not holding the ball.
And you're trying to get it out.
I think you still need to... No, but they blow the whistle straight away because you can't get it out, but there's no prior. You can't... I think it needs to come back to, do you have prior opportunity to get rid of the ball? Because at the moment I'm seeing contest where 4 or 5 players just sort of... I don't want to grab it first. I don't want to get it first because I'm just going to get... It's fucking stupid. You're ruining the way that young kids are taught to attack the football.
Go and get the ball.
Go and get the ball. I think the diving on the ball free kick should go, and the prior opportunity interpretation should take forefront.
Ba-bow, too many stoppages, slow the game down.
Yeah, but I don't
become a
care
slug
about
fest.
that.
You'll be in a game in East Perth where you'll be 2 points behind. You want the game to go. Stoppage. You'll be blowing up. Ba-bow, don't like it.
Okay,
We're 1-1.
So they want... Okay, we like it.
That's what I want as a player.
We like it.
And I think I would be a lot... I just want to see kids actually learn to go and get the ball and not be scared of it.
Number 3.
The 50-metre penalty fucking protected area. I don't think this should be a free kick. Unless a player has their ability to turn and go into dangerous space blocked, it shouldn't be 50 metres. 50 metres is a massive penalty to pay.
Yeah.
Like if someone's running through there, I've seen those free kicks paid where you've got the ball and you're facing down the line, someone's run through the corridor and you don't even know they're there, 50, come forward. If you grab the ball, look to turn and go, and Dino's running through my space, sweet,
Or like
50.
put his hands up to block you from
50,
kicking it.
yeah.
50.
But if a bloke has no impact on your ability to go quickly, it shouldn't be 50.
Very difficult to figure out what the imaginary space is either for umpires. Like there's an imaginary area that they can't go through.
Yeah, there's got to be a clear impact on a player's ability to go quickly through dangerous space.
Like that, Dino?
2-1 tick.
Yep.
Hamish in front.
Yeah, there we go.
very
Come on.
good. It's not against you though.
No, but I'm
You
just
didn't
I'm
write
playing
this.
I'm playing the advocate.
Dino
now.
is playing the advocate. Rule number 2.
Adversary.
This is my
Adversary.
this is my second rule that I would change. Number 2 on the list of
Yeah,
rules
so
that I would
we're
change.
going into
These.
is it.
Yeah.
priority here.
Yeah. 30-second maximum arc deliberation.
You want that?
Yep.
And
At
you
the-
have
at
to have a decision.
At the 30-second mark,
Yeah.
if there's no decision made, it's umpire's call. You're straight into it.
Right.
If it's not obvious, it's umpire's call. There's ones that spend a minute and a half, 2 minutes. It's like if there's Snicko on the fucking post, go to Snicko on the post. If you can't see a bloke's hand perfectly after 5 times, 30 seconds in, play on.
I like it a lot.
And
That's some merit.
it's just a clock that says 30 seconds. Like you can Dusty Moore if it happened today and it was a touch free kick or hit the post and they're still arguing about it. If the umpire's call is behind, Moore can have the ball at the top of the point of the square, and as soon as that clock ticks 30 seconds, he's going.
Right.
Because it's umpire's call. And if it's a goal, it's going straight back to the middle.
So you think it might actually increase the speed of play?
I
So
think
you want to speed up the game, do you? Wow.
I think-
Funny
well,
that.
no, I
They-
think-
they want stoppages to slow it down.
I think
so,
this
mate,
one-
come on. So this is what happens with players.
Tino,
they
Tino.
get.
You
I give
wonder
them a
why
bit of a
these C
razz.
words get thrown around.
This would clear up confusion. It would clear up the fucking stupid, inane looks. I'll tell you what annoys me. When it's they're looking for the hit the post and they're looking at it from the camera that's 55 metres away on the opposite side to see if a ball's
I like the
deflected.
30-second thing because it just it can't be that much. You can either see
You can
it.
either see it or you can't.
Correct.
30 seconds.
So there was a goal today that was called goal.
Yep.
I watched the defenders absolutely go bananas, which is a dead. Look, you think what you like about defenders, Dino. It might have been able to boost your free kick.
I
count.
respect all players.
Right? Yeah,
Will.
okay. But you might not like the defenders. I don't know. But they were carrying on. They touched the ball. They don't lie, defenders, right? Defenders don't lie unless there's a free kick against them.
You
And
as a
they were
player-
carrying on.
They don't lie in packs.
It
They
was
don't lie in
called
numbers.
goal back to the centre.
Yep.
And they're all sitting there, and the
Come back.
commentators didn't pick it up at all. And they clearly were watching the arc. touched by the pinky finger,
Yep.
brought it back.
I
Took
think-
30 seconds. I reckon it took
There
30
you go.
seconds.
If it takes 30 seconds, it's play on. If it takes 31 seconds, too late.
So in that circumstance, though,
Yep.
in your rule,
in my rule,
so goal called.
goal called. Yes.
Everyone's back.
Yep.
Right? Does Darcy Moore pick a footy up just in case
No.
it's coming back?
No, because it's umpire's call.
I understand. Right.
If at the 30-second mark, if it hasn't been overturned, it's the umpire's call. So
Okay, great.
if it had been a point, yes, he's ready to go.
Thanks for the clarification.
You're welcome.
Number one.
Number one, and this one's tough. This one, Dino, I'm pretty confident you'll be against this one. And this is a real hypothetical.
But you want it. This is the one you want.
This is the
You
one
had to
that
pick
I would.
one. This
yep,
is it.
This is I would love this one. I think it would eradicate a lot of really, really one-out poor blunders.
Okay.
Having
For you blokes.
having an umpiring panel of 5 umpires watching every game live. For every single decision made, you can either agree or disagree. 4-1 can overturn an on-field decision. It can't interrupt the flow of play,
Right.
and it has to be like you're in the umpire's ear. The umpire doesn't hear this, this panel unless the decision's been made. So, for example, the Yo one.
Okay.
If the Yo one gets called holding the ball by Dalglish on field,
Yes.
3 umpires say, no, that's not holding the ball. 2 of them say yes. He doesn't hear anything on field, just play as normal. Mac Andrews one. Yep. The Mac Andrew one down the field, the bloke's up in it's a free kick, gets paid 100 metres in front of the footy. 5 unanimous umpires on that panel, as the ball's getting transitioned down, say, oh, geez, that's not a free kick.
Nah, Dino, that's wrong,
We're
Dino.
overturning that one. Sorry, not a free kick. Ball gets taken back, ball up where it was.
More stoppages, Dino.
You would very
Gee, we're
rarely...
going to speed the game up there, aren't we, guys?
You would very rarely have that would hardly ever come into play. But I think it stops massive blunders like we've been seeing this year, because you have a unanimous decision or a 4v1. And
I don't hate it. Dino hates it.
Bit of a flesh it. We're going to flesh it out a bit. It's
Well, yeah,
pretty
ob-
cool.
yeah,
Is
obviously
there a time? I would say
panel.
you
You're
can't interrupt the flow of play.
Right.
Can't interrupt the flow of play.
Right. So
Like
that's the time.
this is on then that panel of 5 to be quick and snappy with their decisions.
Are you asking to watch it live or get a replay?
No, you're watching it. You're watching it live.
See, I would say it's like a fastest finger first top operation. Like they've got 5 seconds because they've got to
Yeah, you've
watch
got to be quick. You've
Yeah.
got to be quick. If there's a replay, it only has as soon as that free kick's gone, you're done.
Yes.
But like a deliberate out of bounds one, if it's like if it's a stoppage and someone just hack kicks it out of midair, the umpire pays deliberate as they're running to get the ball. If all 5 of them instantaneously go, no, that's not a free kick. Bang.
You're going to
throw
stop
in.
the complete crescendo ramping. You're going to stop the mid crescendo, like to
Yep,
the
you
wind
stop the
up.
mid crescendo.
Paul,
No, not in. Bang.
You know how much we love that, the wind up.
So we've got
do love the
4
wind up.
umpires on field. We're going to add another
Yeah,
5 in
there's
the
box.
booth.
5
Plus
in the
the
booth.
93 coaches in there already.
So
5 in the
nine umpires per game
Yep.
for every
Wow,
decision.
wee.
Yep.
Every decision.
Well, I mean, you can you don't need to be. There's decisions that are just whatever.
Yep.
Like if it's a clear push in the back, you don't need to be. Oh, okay, guys, what do you reckon?
Right.
But like the big decisions, and I think if you look back at every major decision this year that has resulted in a back page of the West or has resulted in this, that, and the other, if there was 5 senior official umpires
Yes.
going yes, no, yes, no, yes, no straight away in the moment, I don't think you could argue any more than I just don't think
It's
you
a
can
bit like
argue
the
with
umpiring 1% club, isn't it, Will? You just be like the 1% club.
What's
It'd
that?
be like that TV show where you got to guess the right answer.
Right.
You'll be basically looking, there's a decision, 3 will like it, 2 won't. Do you execute the guys that are out to get it wrong? Or
No,
Okay,
you don't.
Right, yeah.
But you've got to. I think for like okay,
majority.
and I'll put it to you this way: if you were on that panel and you had vision and you saw that Mac Andrews
That'd
free
actually
kick,
be good.
would your instant reaction be that's not a free kick?
Yes, it would.
Okay, so would 4 other panelists be?
I think they'd be in the same view.
So therefore, Gold Coast do not lose that game by Max King kicking a
If
goal.
you can
at the
flesh
top of
this
the
out a
square.
bit more,
There you go.
you could get
There's
you
some
could get
discussions.
1,000 fans with a buzzer,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And then you get like that. No, I know. Well,
Yeah.
I think you're sort of taking the piss as well, Hamme.
I'm
So-
not, but I think that if this panel was introduced, Gold Coast
Yeah,
win the game.
But if you had 500 Gold Coast fans, 500 St Kilda fans, and you still see what they think as well, and then we could.
Who wants to be a
It'll
millionaire?
be different coloured eyes, I can tell you for that.
Mate, Dino, we're just about running out of time. Mate, are you happy with the holding the ball interpretation? How the change over the last couple of weeks?
Yes and no. Some yes, but then I still don't like the fact that a player can pick the ball up, take one step, be tackled front on, we're saying holding the ball. It's just not. I mean, Hamish read the spirit of the law.
Yeah.
Give the people an opportunity to dispose of it. Give the ball players a chance to get rid of it. We don't want sweaters. We want players going for the ball. So I'm really comfortable how we've got it in the waffle at the moment. I think the AFL got a bit of work to do just at the minute.
Very good.
Yeah.
Julian, I'm going to get you to direct Dino out of here. Got a fresh BackChat T-shirt waiting for you in the merch room.
Nice, Dino.
Thank you for your time today,
Always good
mate.
to be here. Can I just quickly before we go?
Please.
Now, you know how much I love the Buckley medal. I love this. I love the medal.
Of course.
I think for 2025 we should have the Margetts medal for umpiring. There should be a decision where we give it. I think it could give some merit. Do you like it? I mean, I sit here. I do it for a cherry ripe. Surely you can give me a medal. I think we have the Margetts umpiring medal where we give like a tick for a great decision, but also a cross for a not so great decision. We have a leaderboard. Then we get to know the umpires more. They're part of the group. We make them humans. They're personable.
I
want to get a green shirt on the end here. I've given you one. I have to give you another one. We can be part of it.
Margetts medal.
We can grow this. We can grow the green tsunami again. We can make them good again. Make them happy again.
I love the fact. Firstly, I think it's a sensational idea. Very good idea.
Yes.
But I also love that you've just come in and coined the Margetts medal.
It has merit to it. I'm sure.
Yeah,
brilliant.
But Jack Buckley is the Buckley medal because he won it.
Yeah.
The Brownlow, similar circumstance, I believe. John Coleman, similar circumstance.
If you're the face of umpiring in WA, I think you've got a bit
I
of
also
dibs
think,
and
yeah.
shareholding on the medal.
I think it would have been. I think we probably would have given it to Jack Buckley if he had to come in halfway through the year and said, "Name the medal after me." It would have just been pretty funny.
Correct. So, all right.
I like it.
Let's give
Margetts.
it some thought. We can flesh it out for 2025.
Yeah,
I
I like
reckon
it.
we
There it
see.
is.
There
it is. That can go back. We'll get a better one.
Chuck it over.
Yeah, that can be part of
To
it.
Dino. Look at that. Get that off.
Look at that. That's all. Make green good again, healthy again. And
Look at
that's it. There you go. So we'll have the shirt. We'll go through a law of the
You
week.
blokes. Can't miss you, blokes. Seriously.
Happy days.
Dino, thank you, mate.
Always good to be part of the BackChat family, guys. Thank you.
You're done and dusted, Dino. Jules, do you want to grab Dino, mate? Brilliant stuff. Dean Margetts, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Dino.
Always very appreciative of his time when he comes and joins us on the show. Very good, too.
Yeah, the
Came
Margetts
prepared
medal.
with the Margetts medal. What would it look like? We get some sort of hanging on a whistle. It would be a whistle.
It'd be a whistle.
We get the whistle.
It'd be a Margetts medal.
A golden whistle with the Dean Margetts face on it. And so every time someone gets it, you can blow on Dean Margetts. Okay. So there we go. Thank you very much, Dino. Brilliant stuff there from Dean Margetts. Hamme Ranks is done and dusted as well. So we move our way to the BackChat back page. Bloody welcome to the BackChat back page, where we bring you all the stuff that you missed over the weekend that you probably didn't need to see anyway. I got some rippers for you today, Hammer. Sydney Swans mascot goes rogue and storms the field in the fourth quarter. I don't know. I haven't read this yet.
Really?
Gotta
Okay.
be honest. I hope it's a fucking swan. I've got to be honest. I hope the mascot's a swan. The Sydney Swans produced an absurd 65-point turnaround to down Geelong on Sunday, but the excitement saw one individual get a little ahead of themselves. After Tom Papley kicked the final goal of the contest to extend the margin out to 30 points, a minute remained on the clock, but the Swans mascot had other ideas.
Fuck off.
Keen to get the celebrations kick-started after stunning come from behind victory, the mascot stormed out from behind the goals and onto the fucking ground.
Yes.
Mate, after getting beyond the goal square, the mascot was finally hauled in by a member of security and taken off the ground.
Would they tackle him? Did they tackle him? I wish they did. Bam.
Oh, could someone find some footage of that? That is brilliant. Absolutely beautiful stuff. Creepy image of extra hand in North Melbourne image baffles AFL fans. Wasn't the TABtouch? You got the touch hand, was it? Tell you what.
Can we see the image? Have we got the image somewhere?
It's just the great thing. North Melbourne secured their first win of this 2024 AFL season, but it was post-game photo that stole the limelight. I think we got it here, the post-gamer. Hamish, if you want to, you can get it up for Hammer if possible, boys. There we go. If you see that one there, Hammer, tell me what's happening right there.
Well, it's someone is hugging someone else. I don't really know too much about the numbers at
An
North
image
Melbourne.
of Aiden Core and Charlie
There you go.
Comben raised eyebrows with the image baffling social media users. As the two players hugged after the final siren, footy fans couldn't help but noticed that there was an extra hand that didn't seem to belong to anybody in the photo.
Someone's obviously behind both of them.
But you can't see them.
No, you can't. You can just
Look,
see their
hand, 1, 2, 3, and the other one should be behind him. And so
That's
whose
pretty
hand's that?
fucked. That's scary. I like it. Oh, there it is. Toby Pink.
Well, wouldn't you know, it's Toby Pink, the pink eye. I'm pretty sure he was the BackChat Backman of the Year for our BackChat players at some stage. Some users were absolutely rattled. Legit, who does that fucking hand belong to? Genuinely creepy. Okay, am I the one second to second hand? But the answer is, in fact, Toby Pink. Pink was perfectly hidden behind his two mates, which is surprising considering the colour of his hair. Toby Green...
in the article?
No, I just put it in there. Toby Green's head split open, left bloody mess in brutal collision. Usually Toby Green's the one doing the damage, but this time GWS skipper copped a brutal blow that left him bloodied and mummified. It looks like the Giants captain was going to take a mark inside 450 before defender... BackChat backman Sam Frost came over to spoil the ball.
Old Frosty.
And his elbow smashed into Green's head, opening a nasty cut.
Fucking Frosty.
But blood immediately began pouring out of gash down Green's face, and he left the field to get patched up. Have a look at that, said Dwayne Russell. Hawks legend Damon said, oh yeah, Frosty might have done more than just spoil him. That's a mess.
That's not in the fucking article, is it?
It is.
Jesus Christ, Dermot.
We bloody love it. That's it for the backpack page.
Oh, there he is. Look at the...
Oh,
Get
my
off.
goodness gracious me.
Get the fuck off. There's still a minute to go.
Oh, that is fucking great. Look, the players are...
That is so
good.
fun. That's like something the GWS mascot would do.
So this is the mascot, and the handler is out there with him, and the game is legitimately still going.
And he's at the top of the goal square.
And he's just walked him off slowly. I reckon maybe get the fuck off
Get
the
him
ground,
off the
Swan.
ground.
Oh, shit, that's good. He's come pumping out. Very bloody good, Nicholas Westall.
Can I just update you with some Toby Pink news?
Big
Now-
Sydney Swans
massive
man.
pink
Now
news.
that he's
There's the
come
hand.
up.
By the way, look at the hand.
So he was drafted in 2000. It's Toby Pink's hand, sorry. 2016, pick 54 of the rookie draft.
Yes.
So he got his first win ever on the weekend. So it took him 2,751 days since his first day he was drafted
Wow.
to get a victory.
Can
Is
I-
that the
song?
Would that be the most? Yeah.
I think it might be, but right now, I read this just before we came on air. Harry Edwards.
We
is
love
on a
Harry.
27, 25, did I say?
25, you said, I think.
25 game losing streak.
That's bad.
It is the third most since Fitzroy was in the competition. Harry Edwards on a big, the opposite of a heater.
He's cold. He's on a cooler.
He's
That
on
was
black.
also George Wardlaw's first win as well on the weekend.
Yes,
So.
but I mean, he's been in the competition for 2 years.
A lot of the North
Harry's
Melbourne
his
boys'
70 on the list.
first win.
Grim.
Boy, oh boy, wow.
That's bad, isn't it? Only took me one game.
A little bit of an update on footy tips. We had an invite down the Alford. I did not go, but we do appreciate the invite. I had way too much work on the weekend, but bloody $250 to the Alford goes this week to Joe Hall. He got 6 out of 8.
Mate,
the
that's a
best we could
fucking
come
good
up with
effort.
was 6 out of 8.
I was 0 from 5.
Alex, my wife, got 0. 0 and 8.
Wow.
She picked Melbourne today. I'm sure she did.
Obviously, yeah.
She's a good tipper too.
Obviously not. It was a tough week to tip. A real tough week to tip.
Joe Hall, you can head down to the Alford. We'll get a $250 voucher your
Tipped
way.
against Sydney, did she, Alex?
I believe so.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, see that you're asking for it.
Best team in the comp by a lot.
There's not many other games you can say that though. It was a hard week.
A tough week for tipping, yeah, no question about that.
Bloody hard week. Okay, let's get into You Send It, We Hardly Read It. Hey boys, just a quick message for Hamme. Sorry to nerd up the world record attempts, but being an anaesthetist, we spend a lot of time during our training looking at fluids and flow, etc. Okay. The important thing to know when you are trying to suck a fluid through a straw, so this is off the back of your lemon.
Off the back of my lemon juice one.
That the flow is proportional to radius to the power of 4. Now, you're a numbers man.
Yeah, I am. So we need a bigger straw.
So a small increase in the radius of the straw equals a big increase in flow.
Yep.
Length is also important, but it's a linear relationship.
Okay.
So in summary, you need a straw just long enough that it can reach the bottom of the vessel when empty, and a big enough diameter that you can maintain suction while swallowing the liquid. Happy sucking from Miles.
Miles, I like that a lot. I do like that a lot.
Do you understand it?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, we tried to get the widest straw we possibly could.
I mean, I'm thinking like you can't have like a
because then you lose-
mouth-sized
yeah.
straw.
No, what Miles is saying is you need to be able to maintain suction.
Right.
And so like
And you can't do that with a...
not with a big enough straw. No, you need to maximize your suction. No,
Oh,
so
suction. Okay.
I would say probably about maybe a 10-cent piece. If I get, that's probably a bit big. Yeah, I would say halfway between a 5 and a 10-cent piece. If I can get a straw that big.
The question is, do you want to attempt that again? Because I don't feel like you enjoyed
Lemon
that.
juice wasn't my favourite thing. But
You're so stoic about it. You fucking hated it,
it's
mate.
gross. I don't know what I'm going to do this week, so I'm not going to go back to the well with the lemon juice. No, I'll find something else. But Miles, thanks. I like that.
All right, that is us done for.
Was that our only Harley rate it?
For a Monday? Oh, I think Nick might have taken a couple out, maybe. You can set, mate.
We got more coming on Friday.
More on Friday.
Fair enough. Yeah. And we only read them if they're good.
Hello at backchatpodcast.com.au. If you want to send us a good email, we might read it.
Yeah.
A big thanks to our sponsors, Paywise, TABtouch, Shelter Brewing Co, Whippersnapper Whisky, ID Athletic, and Mamba Digital, doing everything we need there. Dean Margetts today, by the way, was brought to you by ID Athletic. They bought him. They do so much for us. They got us in studio, and I forgot to tell you that it was brought to us by ID Athletic. But that's exactly who brought it to us.
That's big from them.
No, Dan. It's been a pleasure, to be honest.
It has been a pleasure. You're welcome as well for pairing the podcast.
Correct.
I try my best.
It was nice of you to be here for the whole Monday.
Yeah, I'm here for the whole Friday too.
I'm here all being here the entire show.
It's nice, isn't it? It's
You're
tough.
not having to run out.
Not having to
see
run
Pink
out.
Concerts.
Yeah.
You get to see Toby Pink concerts.
Yeah. See Toby concerts. Nah, I'm just here powering the podcast, mate. Powered by Hamme.
Nick's got something to say goodbye with. Okay.
It's weird.
Bye, everybody. We'll see you Friday.
See ya.